mention millah, meanings, yani barakallahu fikum, the tawheed. That you worship Allah Azza wa Jal, you obey Allah, you do what Allah He tells you to earn His pleasure. Hanifa means without shirk, without showing off, for example, without doing it to be heard and seen. And some people, they only do things for the praise or for the spotlight. If there's no praise or spotlight, they won't do it. Then this is that which is a type of shirk, as you should do what Allah commanded you regardless, not for the praise of people or for the benefit of the people or something from the people, no. And this doesn't include when you do a job, for example, as a teacher or imam or tutor, and you get paid. This is different. People confuse this and they say, oh, well, you shouldn't take money as an imam, or you shouldn't take money, you take money, you know, as a teacher, or how can you take money for this and that and the third? No. The issue is that you solely do it for money. Your intention is money only, and not that money comes into play, because Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala has allowed for the people that which is an ajr from Himself, and sometimes the ajr from Himself is that people will give you for the sake of Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala in order to have that service. So here we say not to be seen or heard, remain the intended side is only that. Without that, then you will never do the deed. And when you do the deed, the people praise you, you feel like I'm the man, or nobody can do this like me. Then this is an indication that that person is not following the millah of Ibrahim, he's not obeying Allah in that, and he is not Hanifa, meaning free from shirk. This is the point that Sheikh mentioned. After that, we covered this for weeks, maybe 2 or 3, with all of the examples. And then on Tabaraka wa Ta'ala, we said, has not made the deen deen as-sawa. It not made deen yani al-Yahud wa Nasara sawa the deen of Islam. Allah has not made the religions equal, like this interfaith idea, where, pardon me, to say the Abrahamic religion. We mentioned this again. There's no such thing as Abrahamic in the sense all of them are good religions. If you mean Abrahamic, he's mentioned by all of these people, then yes, but they don't mean that. They mean that all of these religions are the original religions and they are all okay. Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala bayyana anna ahlul kitab ala dalala wa anna ahlul kitab غضب Allah alayhim, that Allah has made clear the people of the book they are astray, and that Allah is angry with them, and that they are not like the Muslims that follow the way of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. After that, Shaykh started to talk about the actual 4 principles that now are in this book. Prior to that, the Shaykh, he mentioned وَمَا خَلَقَتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسِ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ. وَمَا خَلَقَتُ الْجِنَّ meaning jinn. And the jinn, this word denotes something that you can't see. Just like Jannah, a place that's veiled, but it exists right now. There are some groups that believe that the Jannah doesn't exist right now. الجبرية يعتقدون أن الجنة ليس موجود الآن. One of the groups, the Jibriyah, they say Allah they force me to do bad because everything is decreed, right? They believe that Allah has preordained everything. Unlike the Qadriyah, who say no, Allah does not have actions, thus there's no way that Allah could have preordained anything. We have our own destiny in our own hands. These are early Muslim groups, by the way. So the Jibriyah is the opposite. They say no, there is a qadr. Allah has decreed. That's everything that we do. Hatta al-ma'asiyah jabbaran Allah alayh. Allah has compelled us to do it because He wrote it, right? Both of these are 2 of the early groups of the Muslims that obviously went astray from Sirat al-Mustaqim. The Jibriyah, one of the things that they have in their aqidah is that there's no Jannah right now. There's no Jannah wala Jahim. Neither a place called Jahim where the fire is at. Allah will create them when He has a need for them. Since people are not going there right now, it's not Yawmul Qiyamah, today or tomorrow, then those two places, Jannah or Jahim, they don't exist. They will be created when Allah needs them. This is their belief. Well, Tabaraka wa Ta'ala, He mentioned, وَأَمَّا مَنْ خَافَ مَقَامَ رَبِّهِ, and the one who fears the standing with his Lord, وَنَهَى النَّفْسَ عَنِ الْهَوَىٰ, and he prevents himself and restrains himself from doing what's wrong, following his desires, what he likes of the bad thing. فَإِنَّ الْجَنَّةَ مَأْوَىٰ, فَإِنَّ الْجَنَّةَ هِيَ الْمَأْوَىٰ, the Jannah is his abode. When I told the Prophet that, if the Jannah did not exist. وَالنَّبِيُّ صَلَّى اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِ وَسَلَّمَ والنبي صلى الله عليه وسلم ذكر شأن الجنة والنار. He mentioned the issue of the Jannah and the Nar being something that is created now. And Allah mentioned He created them, and this is the belief of the early Muslims, the belief of the Prophet and the Sahaba. So this word Jannah in the verse وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ, it means something that you can't see. Here it's a creation. So anytime you see Jan, a Jannah, a Jahim, all of those, the origin of those words come from that word that means you cannot see. It's held by the permission of Allah. Now, wal ins talking about the human beings. So the Jannah is created first, the human beings second, and Allah say illa liya'budun, except to worship me. And Tabaraka wa Ta'ala said, ما أريد منهم رزقا ولا أريد أن يطعمون. I do not need from them any help, any provision, anything. Neither do I need food. So yet, how much time we have left?
5 minutes.
Hold on. Could somebody give me a time check?
8:40.
Tayyib. Barakallahu feekum. Here, Tabaraka wa Ta'ala said He has not created the man and the jinn came first. That means they were created first, the ulama say, because the way that the verse is made to be grammatically, the way that Allah spoke grammatically, that shows what came first, what was created. The jinn first, then mankind. Then Allah gave the reason for worship. But then in the next verse, Allah said, and I do not want any or need any provision from them. I do not need anything from them. Risk one, things that you benefit from. This is the meaning of risk. Not just what you go out and get and you have money and a way to buy stuff. No, risk means everything. Your clothing, your food, your furniture, your utilities, your car, the knowledge you learn, your education. Kullu hadha risk. Shaykh Islam Taymiyyah said anything that the body utilizes and benefits from is considered risk. The air you breathe, the rain, everything. So Allah said, I am not in need of risk from you. Neither do I need you to feed. Feed me. Why did Allah say that? Because these things are connected to the worship. The only reason Tabaraka wa Ta'ala give you a risk is so that you use it to worship Allah. You use it so that you could worship Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala. You eat just because it's food? No. You eat just because it's there? No. You eat just because it's taste? No. The object of the eating should be so that you have energy to worship Allah for the next salah. And while you enjoy the food and you taste it and you like it, the maqsood, the reason Allah sent the food, the reason Allah has made it a provision for you to aid you in your worship, to aid you in the obedience to the Tabaraka wa Ta'ala. The same thing with sleep. Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala is giving us sleep so that we will be able to worship Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala. Without sleep, you can't think. Without sleep, you don't know what you're doing. Therefore, you need these things in your life, and you need these things to worship Allah. That life was given to you only for one thing, that you worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And this is where we stop, where the Shaykh mentioned these issues. The next time we meet, we'll talk about the first of the four principles, that is those who fall, Prophet fought against Kali Corona. They used to believe in the Lordship of Allah while they used to make shirk with Allah on the other hand. هذا وصلى الله وسلم وبارك على رسوله الكريم وعلى آله وأصحابه وسلم تسليما كثيرا. الحمد لله رب العالمين.